Okay, so here is the current setup for World in 2. As you can see, we've got the basic world map happening. We've got John's world map music in there. I've actually added a little shadow below Dallin, the main character, just to help sort of physically place him in the world a little better. Obviously the trees aren't finished, a lot of the edging isn't finished, the wandering monsters still don't work or have any graphics. See, I walk on them and nothing happens. But if I move down to the bottom of the screen here, I'm just going to avoid that gray block for the time being. And I'll go into this one here. You can see that all of a sudden I wind up in a side-scrolling view. Now, clearly we haven't done any work in the side-scrolling avenue yet, but once the world map is complete, this is going to be the next step. So let me go back into the world. Now, if I come up here, you can see I've actually got some debug numbers running. I've got a variable for weather, I've got the world time, and then I've got the colors. Now, as the time gets on, around 270, you'll start to see these numbers lower, which means it's turning into nighttime. Now, it hasn't been implemented yet, but the idea is that when it's nighttime, more of these wandering monsters will appear and possibly be more difficult than they're going to be in the daytime. Another thing to note, another feature I've put in, is that the closer you get to the shore, you can see I've given it a little bit of movement there, whereas previously it was just a static tile. When you move closer to the shore, the sound of the waves actually gets louder. So here, I'll let you have a listen to what it sounds like from back here. See if you can hear them. You can see that I've also put in some little splashes for his feet and some little wet footstep sounds. Now, I'm not sure if those footsteps are going to be annoying over an extended period of time or not, so we'll just have to keep trying it and see. Now, also, there are certain parts of the water that I cannot walk on, obviously. And I think what I'm going to do here is, once we have some edging for the sand, because right now we don't, it's all just square blocks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the water slightly see-through so you can see the sand underneath, and I'll put sand on all the parts underwater that you can walk on, and dirt or some other tile under the parts of the water you can't walk on, so it makes it look deeper. I just haven't bothered to do that yet. But that will also let us be able to design areas to explore in the water and over the water, as well as being able to have monster encounters here in shallow water, which could be kind of fun and interesting. Now, if we come back down and have a look at the clock here, we can see that as the time is progressing, it's at 2:30 now, so in 40 seconds it's going to start to darken, and it'll turn into night where it gets darker. So I'm just going to wander around a little bit and wait for that to happen. I wonder what he sees out there over the water. Okay, you can see the numbers going. So I'm just going to wander around and you'll see everything get dark as if it's turning to night. Well, the monsters and the gray locations won't get dark because they won't be visible in the final version anyway. They'll have sprites that'll darken them. You'll also notice that I actually put a spotlight around our character. The idea here being is that at nighttime, because there will be more monsters, this monster that's outside the circle, you won't be able to see it unless it's actually lit up, and it'll be moving much faster. The idea being that you won't see the monster until it's right on top of you. Thus, hopefully making nighttime a more dangerous time to be outside fighting things. And I do like the effect. I wanted to do a fog of war thing, but I like being able to see the world in the daytime. And the fog of war just really didn't feel that useful. So I thought this might just be an interesting aesthetic choice. Okay, now as the time's getting on again, when it hits about 4:20, it starts to brighten up again. And then at the start of the day, of the new day, it'll randomize the weather. So if we get lucky, hopefully we'll see rain for day number 2. Whee! Oh yeah, and a glitch that I haven't fixed yet is that if you go into a side-scrolling area at nighttime, while you've got that sort of circular halo of light around you, it won't appear again when you exit. So that's a glitch that I'm going to have to fix up. So let's just wait for it to turn back to day, and hopefully we'll get some rain out of this. It is fun to run around in the water. I like the little pixel splashes, which are actually the same ones that get used while it rains. They're starting to brighten up again. Okay, so we do have some rain. Now, I do need a way to make that sound transition a little smoother, because right now it's not, and I think instead of the colors jumping from daytime to rain, I'm going to do a very short fade time, just so it won't be quite as abrupt, but I also don't want it to take forever. At any rate, that's what we have so far. So we still need some graphical work done. There's 1 or 2 little bugs I have to work out, and a couple more features I have to put into the world map. But once that's finished, I believe the world map will actually be done. Then we just need to focus on getting all of the side-scrolling areas working, and putting the narrative in through events and some basic cutscenes. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and this excites everyone to keep working and see more in the future. Okay, that's it.